Hey, Joe Gilder here from Home Studio Corner. I want to shake things up a little bit and show you basically just a straight mixing tip that I started doing when I started using Studio One, and it lends itself to this a lot better than other systems that I've used. So it has to do with using the loop feature. So if you hold your mouse up here, you can click to create whatever section you want to loop. So for me, what I like to do when I'm mixing a song, a lot of times, if I really just want to get into the song itself, I'll set up a loop that starts at the beginning of the song. Okay, that's right at the beginning, and end it at the end of the song, and then I'll turn the loop on. So turning the loop on is as simple as clicking down here, or on the Mac, you just press the / key next to the Shift key, and it turns it on and off. And then what happens is I will literally start mixing, and I will never stop playback. So I'll hit play, and I'll start listening, and I'll start adjusting levels, adding EQs, dragging and dropping effects into place wherever I want them, and I'll let it continue. And then when the song is over, I don't stop playback, I let it go, and it does this. Back to the beginning again. And if you've never done this before, and this is just a mixing tip, if you sometimes get stuck with a mix and you tend to overanalyze everything, this is a really great technique I recommend doing every once in a while, where you're just letting it play. And so for now, there's only a couple of instruments playing. If we look at our entire session, it's just a guitar and a vocal. And so I can hone in and put an EQ on that guitar, put an EQ and a compressor on that vocal, and maybe a delay if I want it on there. And I'm listening, it's sounding good. Then we get over here, and now this rhythm acoustic guitar comes in. So I can maybe throw some EQs on there and get that sounding good. But once we get to this part of the song, I can't listen to the guitars anymore because they're not playing. So it's time to jump and focus on something else. It's like mixing a live show, front of house, where you can only work on stuff when you're hearing it. So if there's drums in this song, but they don't play during the first minute or so. So I can't really work on drums. So I work on other stuff. And then now that the drums are playing, I'm going to spend time working on them. And I just jump around. It seems very unorganized and kind of sporadic and random and maybe even a little bit chaotic. And it is. But at the same time, it forces you to just hone in on whatever's bothering you the most. So if it's a drum tone that's bothering you, you jump to that. And what's great about Studio One's drag and drop features is I can be over here, have this window open, and I'm just dragging stuff. Okay, this one needs a compressor. Go, boom, setting it up. And it doesn't skip a beat. It doesn't. The audio doesn't skip. None of that happens. It just lets me continue to do that. So I'll loop the song and let it play through 5 or 6 times. And by the end of it, I've actually got a pretty cool rough mix going where I've taken care of a lot of the issues, and it's all been based on kind of my gut level feelings about stuff. Because I can't stop. One of the rules I set myself is I can't rewind and I can't stop. It just has to keep going. So if I want to mess with, this one cymbal swell here and I don't get it right the first time, well, I've got to wait until it comes all the way back around to work on it. So I forget about it for a minute and I go work on other stuff. And then when it gets close to time, I remember, oh yeah, I want to do that cymbal swell, and I come adjust it and see how I like it. So it's kind of a nerdy little trick or tip, but if you've never done it, I encourage you, pick a mix and try it. If nothing else, it will just open you up to a new way of mixing that might unlock a lot of cool creative stuff that you've never thought of before. Okay, have fun with that one. I'm Joe from Home Studio Corner. See ya.